Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Align Plans. Today we're going to be doing a quick little check-in with my TN. I thought that we would kind of tune in, see what's happening, what has been working well within my regular size TN, what is something that I'm planning on changing almost immediately, or what is missing. So hopefully if you are new to using TNs and you're new to using this as like your main planner, hopefully this will actually help you out. If we have not met me, my name is Meshi. I'm the person behind Align Plans, and we chat a couple of times a week here talking about anything and everything minimalist planning. But really the whole point of this channel is for us to not only enjoy the things that we have, but actually just not over accumulate them and kind of add a bit more intentionality in the way that we are using planning. All right, why don't we just get started? So first and foremost, I wanted to address the fact that can you see, it looks so gross right now. My patch has come off. So this is the patch that I was using and I'm gonna have to glue it back in. I think it was just from the friction, it kind of just fell off. To be fair, I think I should have kind of agitated the leather a little bit so that it can kind of grip a bit more. It's okay, we'll deal with it. But that's where we're at with that. And we open her up. Right now, it does look like kind of a chaotic mess. So, but first we open her up and I do have like this clear sleeve that kind of weave through on both sides. To be really honest with you, I would actually love to change this to be more like a canvas like holder. That to me would feel a little bit more secure. For now it does the job. It's like I tend to just kind of put sticker sheets and things and like little decorations in here, so for now it's okay. It does kind of keep the actual inserts nice and secure. Then we have the monthly, which right now is sitting in here loosely because I already started kind of making some changes. The monthly, I was actually using it more as like a long format memory keeping. So I've done a little bit of decoration and I was trying to kind of keep up with writing something fun each day. I think that I will still continue to use it that way. Obviously, I need to catch up on March, but yeah, because I think my big thing was with this insert is I couldn't figure out if I wanted to use it like it's a main planner where I'm keeping track of, you know, days off and like events that are happening. I really love the fact that it has enough space where I can just kind of write in like little memory keeping things. So I think that that's kind of what this is going to be. And I don't think that I need to keep this in every single day. Do you know what I mean? So like, I'm actually just gonna set this aside. The next, like the main insert, I'm setting these aside because these are actually new and they're not like put through just yet. But the next thing that's happening here, I have this weekly layout, which was sort of like the main, like that was sort of like the main draw for me to even like switch planner systems. So I have this is from Traveler's Notebook. This is like their original dated. I was really adamant about having a dated insert because up to this point, all of my inserts were actually undated. And I was just kind of getting tired of it. You know what I mean? And honestly, I really wanted the time commitment. So I think that that's, that was sort of that's the way I'm justifying it. So we open her up. I did add some decor in there. I'm still not really using the annual calendar and I'm not sure I ever will. I did start using like this pre-planning section. For now, I'm just adding either events or birthdays. So I will continue to do that. I will probably actually color coordinate it too. And then we move into the weekly. And the weekly, I'm kind of setting it up sort of similarly the way that I would set up my, my Hobonichi weeks. But I love the fact that I have enough space for like larger decor pieces, which is really fun. I started adding some sticky notes, which is really nice. And then moving into where we are right now for March. So this is where we're at. I also added in intentions, which is a little bit different than adding in like a word of the week, which is what I used to do with the Traveler's Note, with the Hobonichi weeks. I love the fact that I can add like full-size sticky notes. Like this just feels so inspiring to me. But honestly, like some weeks I'm not really adding in too much decor. I really wanted to have like almost like half of my section here is really dedicated for very structured, you know, like I'm kind of playing around with the layout so that it functions the way that I'm hoping it will function. But I love the fact that I can actually do like my social media pre-planning, and then I can transfer all of that into my social media planner. Or yeah, like I do have like a separate social media planner, which you would never see because it's not, I don't need to share that because it's really redundant in my opinion. But then here I can kind of set this up like the dailies more as like a bullet journal style. And again, I do use the separation. I'm not sure if you can see. Let me just zoom in. And actually, let me also use the little clip that everyone uses if I can find it. And of course I can't find it right now. No, you know what? I'll use the other one. So I also invested in these bigger clips because sometimes I can't find the one from Traveler's Notebook and I just can't be bothered. But look how nicely it kind of opens her up. So here I love that there's like a little bit of a separation, or it's like a little marking. Yeah, you can totally see this. So I love that there's like a little marking here where I can kind of create it into two sections. So I'm already like separating it without me actually drawing a line in. But on one side, I'm adding in all the wellness related things, like so any of the runs, workouts, classes, all of the things where I can kind of just pre-plan it, which visually it helps me to see how that day is actually going to go. And then on this blank page, I have like 3 categories, one for reflections, which I don't want to say I'm forcing myself to do weekly reflections, but it does help me to kind of condense my thoughts or my week and really focus on the positives versus focusing on how I'm feeling in that given day, because that can be, you know, shifted by so many different variables, like the amount of sleep you get, or how you're feeling, or what's happening, or how much news you were watching. All of those things will definitely impact my mental health. So really, I just want to kind of spend at least a little bit of time here adding like a reflection where I'm kind of recapping sort of what's happening and really focusing on the positives. So yeah, and then like with social media, I just kind of broke it down into short form and long form content of what I need to film and then what I'm actually going to be releasing. So I don't know, like I really like this. My only like thing with this that's missing, that's actually going to be coming up next, is I don't have a daily in here. And I didn't even think that I would need a daily until I did. So the next insert that I have here, this is just a normal dot grid insert from Midori. And I like it, but I don't check it. I don't do the daily journaling with this. So I have 2 options. I either convert this into a daily planner, and I did try a couple of times, but it just, I don't know. I'm not loving this. I think that this will still going to be more like my daily journal of just like kind of, or like weekly journal, whatever. I think that this is still going to be like that family keeping journaling session here. And then that brings me to adding an extra insert. And I have 2 options, and I haven't fully decided which one I would like to use more, but I'm leaning more towards the grid from Bamkuan. So this is just a grid insert, but I like the fact that the paper is Tomoe River paper. So, but I also have this other insert, and this one is from Yamamoto paper. And as you can tell, it's slightly more narrow. It's a more narrow insert in comparison to your regular size inserts. But my only beef with this, and I mean, I love this. I love that it's a cream colored insert, but my only beef with it is that it's blank. Like it's not, it doesn't have dot grid. It's not lined. So I don't know. I think that this will be more like an insert that I can use for like short trips, where I can just add like quick little mementos and things like that. So I think that this would be ideal for that. I did try at least one day, and then as soon as I started filling it out, I'm like, okay, I hate this. So I will still keep it and I will use it, but I was just trying to figure out which insert will work a little bit better for my busy brain. But for now, I wanted to give the grid, I wanted to give this grid, blank grid insert a try. So I will probably update you guys on that if you guys want to see an update on like how my layout is working and what I'm kind of planning on really keeping here. But I really want this as a commonplace book, and I want this after the weekly because I do love how much information I can put into the weekly, but I hate the fact that I don't have like a daily planner that I can just kind of check in with. So, and then when we kind of make it to the very end, this is the other side of that same just clear sleeve. So for now, I just have a couple of postcards, which I thought are super cute. I couldn't really find a spot where I can just keep this, where I can always see it, but like they make me very happy. So I wanted to keep them in here. And then the other postcard that I have, this is from, I think we got this. No, you know what? I got this when I ordered my one insert for one of my planners. I can't remember, but not from vendor spec. What is the other one? It doesn't matter. Anyways, so I just kind of have these tucked in here and they make me very happy. I think that it looks really cute. Right? So there isn't too much that's happening with this planner. I do try my best to, because this stays home, it's not something that I check in with. It's not being used as frequently as my passport size. So it kind of it plays a different role in my life because of that. Actually, let me zoom out. So because it's not on the go with me on a regular basis, like if I go out for like coffee, for example, this is not the one that I'm taking for a journaling session. I usually take the small one, but maybe that will actually change because I do think that I can write a lot more in here. So space-wise, I do love the larger space and I love that it's more narrow. And so there's a lot that I really enjoy about this planner. But I think it's taking me a little bit of time to really figure out my style of how I like to kind of plan within this. Because as soon as I'm planning out my weeks, I really enjoy it. But I don't check in with this nearly as often as I wanted to. And I think it's because this notebook is missing. And it's either going to be this or I will also test out. I've seen a couple of people talk about the daily diary. That's also from Traveler's Notebook. So I might try that if this is not working. But I like the idea of adding like a commonplace book that is definitely missing. And I don't see myself investing in a commonplace book from Sterling Ink. Because not only is it pricey, but also I kind of hate the fact that it's so thick. So it just, I don't know, that there's something about it that just kind of turns me off. That there's a reason why I switched to a different system so that I can have the freedom to enjoy different types of paper. And I really love that it has a decent amount of pages in here. Does it tell you how many? Maybe not. I'll find out it's interesting that I feel like they did like a collaboration with Traveler's Notebook so that it's like official. But regardless, I know that this one actually came from Baumkuchen, so I appreciate it. And I do love the paper quality of this a lot more. Between this and then the Midori paper, I have to say I've been very happy with this system. So there's, like I said, there's a lot that is really working well for me. But now it's more, right now we're moving into a phase of just fine tuning my planner setup so that I'm not adding too many inserts. Like the inserts that I'm not using on a daily basis, it's sort of like, do you really want to keep it in here? The other one that is actually missing that I might add in a little bit later is actually the sticker release insert, which I would like to have in here somehow. So that, and I also have sort of like a sleeve that kind of comes in and out. So I do have this, which I really like, and I do fill this up with more of like these thinner, like these slimmer sticker sheets, which is really fun. So I kind of like that. I kind of like that everything kind of fits. Well, for the most part, everything fits, and then I can just chuck it in. So I don't know, like I'm kind of back and forth on it. I honestly, I base it by my mood, because sometimes I just want to throw this in here just so that I have some stickers going. And other times I really want to have like an actual sticker release insert. And then that way I can just kind of have that on the go all the time. So, and at the end of the day, like when I'm looking at it, it still doesn't feel super chunky. Obviously right now I have to like thread it through, which, you know, we'll worry about that later. But when I'm looking at it, this still doesn't feel very overwhelming. If I wanted to put it into like my Delphonics bag, I can. See what I mean? Like it doesn't feel like it gets obnoxious. So as far as the planner setup is concerned, I think that there's a lot that is working for me with this. I would like to fix the patch, obviously, so that we're looking fly. But yeah, that's basically all I wanted to share with you. I would love to know how your planner system is working for you. If you're using a traveler's notebook, is there an insert that you're absolutely loving that maybe I should know about that perhaps is missing with my setup? Either way, let me know in the comments. And if you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, do all the things. I would love to have you here in the community. And thanks so much for watching. And I will see you guys in my next one. Bye.